So, in a revelation that should surprise absolutely fucking no one, the mayor of Berkeley is an Antifa member. That's right. He happens to be directly tied with a group called By Any Means Necessary, also called BAMN, the acronym. They are probably the most violent and politically organized segment, or whatever you want to call it, of Antifa. They basically are Antifa. And I was surprised to find out that you may have noticed last year I commented on that event where there was a small KKK rally. Just a bunch of rednecks with some flags just marching down some fucking rural street, and there wasn't that many of them, and way more than there was KKK. Black masked people showed up and immediately just started kicking the shit out of the KKK members. And it turns out that a few people were stabbed. KKK members managed to stab these counter-protesters in self-defense and then fled in their cars. And I had criticized the media for basically lying and presenting it as if the KKK had instigated it. They had absolutely not. And it turns out that that group of black masked people who attacked the KKK members, bam, Antifa. So that doesn't surprise me at all. Now, you may have noticed now there's been how many riots over the past couple of months in Berkeley? 4? And you may have been noticing for a long time now the police haven't been getting involved. And in this last great battle of Berkeley, there was a lot more footage from journalists showing the police just standing there doing fucking nothing while improvised explosives and fireworks were being thrown in the streets and people were getting the shit kicked out of them, and there was rampant violence, and the police were just standing there holding their dicks. And they were clearly instructed not to communicate with reporters at all, and they're like, here, let me refer you to my PR officer. I have nothing to say to you at this time. But, it was roundly shown that there was one police officer who, let slip. He said, why aren't you guys getting involved? And the police officer said, that's a good question. You should ask our police chief. Well, when police stand down in the face of riots, there's only 2 people who can make that happen. Either the police chief or, much more likely, the mayor. And as we now know, the mayor is not just a progressive fucking cuck. He happens to be directly affiliated with Antifa. In Antifa, we're learning more and more about who exactly are the organizations that make up Antifa. We're finding out that they've been frequently, especially By Any Means Necessary, has been investigated as early as 10 years ago for being a domestic terrorist group, which that is exactly what they are, a domestic terrorist group. So, Berkeley, you have a domestic terrorist for a mayor, all right? Impeach this guy now. Impeach this guy now. I don't know who has the authority to get fucking rid of this fucking traitorous piece of shit. I don't know if it's the governor or if the president maybe could do something about it, but something at this point should be done. Because whoever's ordering the police to not get involved in mass violence and riots can't be trusted to do their job. That is literally, basically, a breach of the oath of office, and that person should not only be ousted, not only should be impeached, but should be prosecuted. Thanks for watching.